Space exploration. Humanity's most expensive way of throwing metal really far and hoping it doesn't come back in flaming pieces. Ever looked up at the stars and thought, what if I strapped a rocket to my ass and let physics decide my fate? Or, more importantly, how many little green men can I send to an early retirement in the stratosphere? Well, thanks to Kerbal Space Program, you no longer have to wonder. It's a game that hands you an unlimited budget, no regulations, and a dream, so that you can recreate the challenge and disaster in the comfort of your own living room. This spaceflight simulator lets you design your own spacecraft, launch it into orbit, and attempt to land on distant planets, all while adhering to the harsh, uncaring laws of the universe. It's like your hot physics teacher, who will cancel you if you dare to even take a peek at her planet-sized orbital masses. That's Kerbal Space Program. It's fun, it's educational, it's also responsible for more digital war crimes that I can legally admit to. Like everyone else, I started as a clueless idiot, nodding along to Saint Scott Manley, patron saint of the Kerbal and man who speaks fluent rocket science to smooth brains like you and me. Now, after years of trial, error, and thousands of Kerbal casualties, I can execute precision landings on distant moons with the grace of a drunk driver trying to parallel park. And with all the mods you can install in your game, I can get amazing graphics and a stable AAA experience. It all started in 2011, thanks to my best friend Labros, the same guy who trolls my videos like it's his life's purpose. If only he had warned me that learning spaceflight was just code for watching everything I love explode. Playing Kerbal Space Program didn't just teach me how to play a game. It taught me the cold, unforgiving reality of space travel. Because while my little green astronauts aren't real, my mistakes sure as hell are. It also taught me orbital mechanics. Don't aim where a planet is, aim where it will be. Unless, of course, you enjoy missing at interstellar speeds. I learned about departure windows, which, unlike your imaginary yandere waifu, won't be waiting for you. And I learned the hard way that solid rocket boosters are like tequila shots. Great in moderation, but a guaranteed disaster if you overdo it. But perhaps the biggest lesson Kerbal Space Program taught me was to plan ahead, because once you hit the launch button, you are committed. Didn't bring enough fuel for a return trip. Congratulations, you just started a space junk collection on Duna. Or got solar panels. Enjoy your long, drawn-out death alone in the dark. You can quick save, quick load of course, or revert back to start, but where's the fun in that? KSP doesn't just teach you about space. It teaches you about regret, one failed mission at a time. Kerbal Space Program is an absolute masterpiece. A brilliant, meticulously crafted space simulator that lets you explore the cosmos with scientific precision. And by that, I mean it's held together by hope, prayers, and Unity's physics engine having a midlife crisis. You see, simulating an entire universe isn't easy, especially when your engine of choice has the structural integrity of a wet paper towel. And then there's the Kraken, the omnipresent, invisible god of physics glitches, here to remind you that no matter how well you plan, your ship can and will spontaneously disassemble for absolutely no reason. Have you ever had a perfectly stable spacecraft start vibrating like it's possessed before tearing itself into 100 pieces? No? Then congratulations, you haven't truly played KSP. Even with all its quirks, I still think the original KSP, with the right mods, looks and plays better than KSP 2, which, let's be honest, has been abandoned faster than my stranded Kerbals. My fully modded KSP is a work of art. High-resolution textures, realistic atmospheres, stunning visual effects. It's basically Kerbal Space Program Director's Cut. I've got a career save where I've maxed out science amassed an ungodly amount of funds and occasionally drop in, just to relax, which in KSP terms means either building orbital gas stations for complex interplanetary missions or throwing Kerbals into high-G test flights until they pass out. Space exploration is beautiful, science is amazing, and strapping tiny green men into high-speed death traps is apparently my idea of a good time. Kerbal Space Program has a special place in my heart, not just because it's a fantastic game, but because it's the only game that has ever made me question my intelligence this many times while still keeping me entertained. It taught me valuable lessons, like the fact that space travel is insanely complicated, and that real-life engineers and astronauts deserve way more respect than I ever gave them, especially before I understood how easy it is to turn $1 billion spacecraft into an expensive firework display. But more than anything, KSP gave me stories. Stories of triumph, of failure, of Kerbal stranded on distant planets with nothing but a solar panel, and my empty promises of a rescue mission. Some of them are still out there, probably questioning their life choices, wondering why they even agreed to work for me. And, well, I respect their patience, because let's be honest, there's a 50-50 chance that rescue mission is just going to create more space debris. With development on the game now complete, this is the best it's ever going to be. And you know what? That's fine. It's already one of the greatest space sims ever made. Whether I'm landing on Lathe, building a moon base, or stress testing my PC by seeing how many boosters I can strap to a single command pod before it turns into a high-speed slideshow, KSP will always be something special to me. It's a game about ambition, learning, and scientific progress. But mostly, it's a game about launching tiny green men to their inevitable doom. So now that you know my Kerbal experience, maybe you would like to know my experience with another game. Fair warning though, if it's about Skyrim or Cyberpunk, prepare for maximum cringe, because my ability to be objective about those games is about as stable as my rocket designs. Stay safe out there, Kerbonauts, and remember, failure isn't just an option, it's mandatory.